live! Okay.
Hey.
Hooray! Oh, man, I should give us an intro video. That would be less jarring. But I am super excited to be live streaming tonight, Allison.
Yeah.
I'm sad we had to miss last month. My whole last month blew up because I had some health things, but I'm fine now. So we love that. And I'm gonna make sure that there we go. I have it playing. I have the stream playing, and I needed to make sure it was muted.
Oh yes.
Anyway, how are you this June 8th?
Doing good. Got an eye on the weather. Do you have any thoughts?
Have an eye on it?
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts, weather Maddie?
The last time I checked the weather, it was gonna pass. Anything exciting was gonna pass south of us.
Okay, great.
But let me take another little peeky poo.
This is your weather forecast brought to you by official weather person Maddie.
Yeah, and by official weather, like, listen, team, weather.gov. Weather.gov is my weather app, right? Is it non-functional as an app? Yes. But is it useful? Also, yes.
You know, while you're looking that up, the other day when we were having like one of the bouts of severe weather that we've had here, I was trying to get News 9 up because that's mine. That's what I go to, and the live stream app, and it shut down when the severe weather was hitting, and I was like, "This is a crappy app. Like, I can't get anything because the weather is. I mean, it's probably more like the weather was coming in and just not making anything work. But I was just like, well, this is useless. This is what it's supposed to be for, but it wasn't working. So
yeah. Okay, we're currently under a severe thunderstorm warning, but not under tornado warning.
Okay. Wait, can you re-deliver that in your best like weather news person voice?
Okay, yes.
And here, I'll set you up. Okay, hang on. And we're kicking it over to Maddie for the weather. Maddie, how's it looking out there today?
Thanks for that, Allison. This evening, if you're in the Oklahoma City or Norman areas, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Best to keep your eyes on those favorite weather app or here at the OK Roll live stream for news updates. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you. We're going to go to a commercial break real quick, and we'll come back with the Thunder in the playoffs and the Tonys at the same time.
And the Tonys, yeah, yay! Okay. Goodness gracious. So yeah, my exciting thing is that I have a new to me computer. It's a refurbished.
Oh yes. Sorry, I'm a bad co-host. I'm just like, this is me.
Yeah. No, you're so good.
Let me do that again. Let me just do that again. Maddie, what's going on with you?
Oh my goodness. Allison, tonight I got a new computer, which is so exciting. Well, it's new to me. It's a refurbished iMac. So I got it really cheap, or like comparatively to like buying one new. And but this is my first live stream on it, right? I just got it set up yesterday. So I keep getting little like, do you want to do this? I'm like, no, I have it set up. And then random presets that I had forgotten I had made don't exist here anymore. So if it's a little clunky tonight, that is what's up. But that's all. Listen. Oh, okay. We need to pitch one more thing, Allison. We need to promote one more thing.
What could it be?
It's that next Sunday at this time, episode 1 of Pride and Extreme Prejudice is gonna drop. Yay! So that is a game that is by Grant Howitt. It is about Regency ladies who have to navigate the socialness of a Jane Austen novel and also pilot fighting mechs, giant mechs. So I GM'd that, and Allison played, and some of our other good friends from the Oklahoma City improv community, Palace, Jeanette, and Tiffany played. And so the first episode of that, okay, and listen, we filmed this like almost a year ago, and I was going back and I was doing some like final edits, and I forgot how funny it was. But it's so funny, and I feel like all self-promoting saying that, but it's so funny. And like constant imposter perfectionism was like remembering back, and I was like, oh, I did such a bad job. I didn't do this, and then I was like, oh, oh, it didn't suck at all. This is actually funny. Like,
yeah. It was, well, it's funny and it's also dramatic. I won't spoil anything, but I was telling my sister, I said, just so you know, there's a moment in like one of the episodes where me and Maddie had talked about it, but we forgot that episode 2, we forgot that we did not let everybody else know that it was gonna be okay, and they were all having a proper freak out, and it was actually like the right reaction they should have been having to it, but it's also kind of real because they didn't know that we had the conversation as player and GM being like, this is okay, this is probably what's gonna happen, something like this, and we were like, yeah, totally, play into it, great. We're in the moment role playing that, and they're just like, do we know?
Yeah, they were fully freaking out. Oh, by the way, I have the correct shirt for tonight. Hold on, here's my tornado watch.
Tornado watch, yes. Yeah. That's how we do it in Oklahoma.
That's how we do it.
So
okay.
All right.
Well, so that's so exciting.
Yes.
We'll have a live premiere at 8 p.m. next Sunday. I'm planning on being in chat. It'll be great. So I hope to see folks there. The trailer is up on the channel right now. I'm really proud of that trailer. I worked really hard on it.
I should also actually be able to be in chat for that one. So
awesome.
I just had a quick look at my schedule. I'm a busy lady.
You're busy, yeah. It's the Sunday before Godspell starts. Hey, yes. Alice and I are both in a musical.
Yeah, we are.
So we're busy.
Yes.
That's okay. So today we're gonna learn and review and play a game called I Have the High Ground. This is by Jess Lavine. A link to her itch.io page is down in the description. So if you want to check out this game for yourself, that is the best place to go get it. I'm so excited for this.
Yes.
Okay. I've only scanned the rule set. So
me too. So I mean, I was reading it and then I was working on another thing, and so I didn't get to finish like going through it the whole time, but I was loving what I was reading. But that's what this is for. This is for us.
That's what this is for. Okay. So, okay. I Have the High Ground. This whole game is about the contest of wits that happens before action kicks off.
Yes.
It is not about the fighting bit. It is about here we go. A portrayal of the smoldering tension between two individuals about to risk their pride, their reputation, or even their life.
Dun, dun, dun. But it's a smoldering portrayal.
Smoldering.
I mean, I know they're just, at the end of the day, it's like, oh yeah, duels are sexy, which is fine, but it's also like they're like, oh no, we'll try to throw in some other options in there. You just wanted to make sexy dueling, just to
make sexy, and you know what? We support sexy dueling.
Yeah.
Okay. So to play I Have the High Ground, we need the character and background sheets or paper on which to write your own. I've got paper.
I got paper.
2 6-sided dice.
Got them. I'm gonna use. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna use this one here, which is the Josephine Belcher die right here.
Oh, that I got nice!
And then this is just another one that I have. It's a clear aqua. So
nice. I'll grab mine from my my shelf behind me when we need them.
Yes.
Say this is our first game. Let's do this part. If this is your first game of I Have the High Ground, there are a few extra steps which will make it easier to play. While it's recommended that both players familiarize by reading the rulebook, these guidelines will be especially helpful if only one player has read the rules and the other is learning the game throughout play. Or both of us, live on stream.
Yeah.
In your first game, you should read certain sections of the rulebook aloud during play. For each new type of turn win you encounter in play, read the description of that type of win and at least one of the associated examples aloud to help players understand what that turn narration should look like. Do the same when you reach the resolution. Finally, turn to page 3 and read the brief rules summary aloud together before beginning play. So let's read the rules summary.
All right.
Okay. I Have the High Ground is a short, collaborative game for 2 players that tells the story of the duel of posture and wit that occurs between 2 people before the battle itself begins. Your game is not an action-packed fight to the death, but a portrayal of the smoldering, again, 2 smolders. Smoldering tension between 2 individuals about to risk their pride, their reputation, or even their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Priority. Priority acts as a tiebreaker. If both players choose the same standard move, the player with priority wins. Priority is exchanged back and forth each turn. The player with the best score on the CAPE rubric on page 9 can choose to begin play with priority or pick the first advantage. If they choose advantage, their opponent gets priority on the first turn. Okay. Each turn, players select one of the 3 standard moves: thrust, feint, parry, or once per game, a penalty move. The winner scores a point and consults pages 17 to 19 for an explanation on how their victory affects narration. Oh, it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors.
Yes.
Okay, thrust beats parry. Thrust beats
feint.
Beats parry. Parry beats thrust.
Mm-hmm.
Penalty moves are acts of severe disrespect.
Yeah.
That each player can make once per game. Results are based on a 2d6 die roll. Okay. Also, we have a friend in chat. Hello, Tubian323. Smoldering tension.
Nope. You read it the right way, Maddie. You read it the right way. Soldering?
Excuse me. Soldering tension. Is that soldering? Is that the...
Soldering, yeah. Soldering tension is hot.
Beautiful. I hope you meant soldering tension, Tubian. Because that's funnier. You meant smoldering. You could lean into it. I'm a dork. I've soldered things before. Okay. On the turn that you reach 8 points, your opponent must draw their weapon. If they have not already done so, the consequences of drawing a weapon are purely narrative, but should be very tense and dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
When you reach 9 points, you enter the resolution. And your opponent loses their patience. They strike the first blow, ending the game and beginning the battle which follows. The winner retains the right to block, parry, or dodge that blow. Excuse me. And then there's a great little safety tools paragraph here. We love safety tools here at OK Roll. Alison and I know each other very well.
Yes. So well that we don't inform other players that we have already talked about it, which is a plug to watch Pride and Extreme Prejudice next Sunday.
Yeah. My bad. Okay. Begin by describing the background of your duel. Background includes a genre, stakes, history, descriptors, exposition, and environment, all of which will be covered in this section. Both players must agree on background elements. If an option contains the word or only one of those options may be chosen. Okay. Okay, so the first question is what genre, what setting does your duel occur in? I think we have the same thing in mind, Alison. Okay. So do you want to 3, 2, 1 mind meld to say the genre?
Okay, I don't know if it's right though. Now I'm panicking. So here.
Don't panic.
Okay.
First thought, best thought.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. No, I was going with fantasy. See, but I was thinking Star Wars. I was torn between the two because I love both of them. So
okay. Also, I classify Star Wars as fantasy. It's
I see Star Wars fantasy, Star Wars sci-fi. Chat, you tell.
Yeah. I think Star Wars is a fantasy story that is set in space. Right? That's.
Okay. Well, then we did say the same thing.
Then we did say the same thing.
So, because I was like, oh, this would be either one, so good.
Or do you want to do like because the greatest duels that I know in media are Star Wars duels. And the Princess Bride, when Wesley fights Inigo Montoya.
That is, yes. Have you? I agree with those. However, I will throw out. We don't have to do that. I'm fine with Star Wars, but I just want to throw out open the mind of the senses. Spaghetti Western duels. The intense back and forth and close up of the eyes before they finally pull the gun and the trigger.
Yes, I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I pitch something new?
Okay. I mean, I'm sold on Star Wars, but it's fine. We can just keep going with whatever.
Okay. What if we did a fantasy space Western?
Oh, like Cowboy Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop
vibes or...
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop vibes. Or Serenity is my go-to for space westerns. That's definitely like sci-fi, not fantasy.
Yes.
So, yeah. Like, because like Sailor Moon is also space fantasy, right? Kind of.
You're not...
I've watched very little Sailor Moon, to be
well, everybody, buckle in. It's me, Alison, Sailor Moon expert here on OK Roll. Would you like me to show you my collection? I can't. It's in the other room. But so, yes, because they are technically from other planets, but it's set on Earth, and all of the bad guys are from outer space. So I do think you might be right.
Okay.
Let's do this Serenity Cowboy Bebop
vibes. Okay.
Yeah, vibes.
I love it. So then the next question is going to be stakes. What are the stakes of your duel? So a foil is low stakes, a public fencing match between rivals. Is that bad that I went immediately to like tournament arc in your favorite anime?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's not bad. It is a genre. It is a subgenre. It is a trope.
Yeah. There is a TTRPG that is tournament arc. We might have to check that out. Yeah. They used it in a Wizard the Witch in the Wild, not Wizard the Witch Wild one, a Worlds Beyond Number, like 3-shot that Abria Iyengar ran. Anyway.
I love in anime in general that like as a young anime watcher, I didn't know what the tropes were. Just thought it was like a cool new thing. So watching Yu Yu Hakusho for the first time and seeing the first tournament arc, and Toonami stopped it at the first tournament arc and did not go beyond that. And then you read up online later on of how many tournament arcs there are, and like it's not the only one. It's that typical genre of shonen. But
I watched very little anime as a young one because we did not have cable for most of my life. So I watched a lot of Wishbone.
I loved Wishbone.
I love Wishbone.
Watched that too. Yeah.
But I got into some anime, but like even after we had cable, like getting access to like Toonami was limited. So like I did a lot of like Mega Video back in the day to watch Full Metal Alchemist. So not as much of a weeb as I really should be.
You're just catching up now. It's fine. So you just, gosh, man, Full Metal Alchemist, the original. Whew, that's a whole nother thing. We could at some point have a non-playing chat where we just talk about
anime,
any of these stuff. So
anyways,
back to this. Foils, Saber.
Foils, Saber, yes. Okay, so the idea of like if it's a low stakes, this is a sparring match and we're both gonna walk away at the end. Saber, meaningful stakes, a duel between knights which determines the fate of their lords, a quest for moral vengeance in the name of a slain lover, or a desperate melee between foot soldiers in the trenches of a larger fight. The battle following the duel is likely to be lethal, either for the participant or those they fight for. An epee, towering stakes. A melee between opposing generals, a Jedi and a Sith clashing lightsabers, a mixed group battle, or two hackers vying for control of the life support system. The battle following this duel will be lethal, either for the participant or those they are fighting to protect, or both. Entire battles may be won or lost on the outcome of this fight. I think it would be really funny to do a foil with the energy of an epee.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So
mix and match.
Yeah, we can mix and match.
Mm-hmm.
So I think given our space western genre, this might be a bar fight.
Yeah, okay.
This might be a bar fight.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yes, of course. I'm just thinking every bar fight, it's like, are you calling me Yeller? Like,
you ain't from around here.
Yeah, you don't understand. Okay, we're getting into it.
We're getting into it. I'm stoked. Even the Wesley versus Inigo Montoya would be a foil, right?
Yeah.
They ended as best besties.
That is true. You're not wrong.
Ooh. Okay. History. Who are your characters to each other?
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I need my
paper.
Okay. Okay. This is likely the first time you'll be establishing concrete backstory for your characters, and it's okay to move forward, then revisit the question to add or change an option. However, it's recommended to make at least one selection up front, as this will help narrow the vision of your character's relationship and provide a jumping off point from which to establish other details. This is the chance to pitch ideas.
All right.
Betrayal, rivals, arch nemesis, revenge, strangers on the battlefield, mutual or unrequited respect, mentor-mentee, ex-lovers, unrequited love, former allies are some of our choices.
I mean, I'm drawn to mentor-mentee.
Okay.
Former allies.
Yeah.
And or mutual or unrequited respect.
Okay. I kind of like all of that. What if I was... Well, okay, I got to be the obnoxious one in Apothecaria. What if you were my little brother, sister?
Okay, I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. in this vibe.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm the older sibling. Okay, so then descriptors for the characters. Establish the basic idea of their personalities and aesthetics. Aesthetics, very important for dueling.
Yes. Yeah.
Ensure your characters have similarities while still being set up as foils to each other. Oh, okay, this is fun. So like cruel versus empathetic, vengeful versus forgiving, passionate, stoic.
Young versus wizened.
Wizened.
You're a wizened older sibling.
Yeah. Okay. So
I mean, I like impulsive versus tactical. That leans into sibling energy, I feel like. Let's see. We have to pick one. Is it? One pair of the opposite. Describe your character. Then pick one individual descriptor that both characters share, and individually pick 2 or 3 individual descriptors true about your character.
Okay.
So we can take one. The first one we can pick is like, what's the like one describes me, one describes you as like the opposites.
Yeah. I kind of like the idea that like, listen, as a younger sibling myself, the older sibling vibe seems to be like, I don't know, you could go 2 ways, because like my older sibling, who is great and I love you, if you ever watch this, she was very like, I never had to push a boundary because that had already been done for me. You know, I never got in trouble because my older sibling paved the way. I got all the benefits and none of the repercussions.
Nice, love it.
So in that sense, like of an older sibling, that they're very like, no, I'm gonna make my own way and blah blah blah. And so that means like as the old, because my initial thought with the like impulsive versus tactical is you often think of the older sibling as the like buttoned up, grounded, I'm going to be perfect, I'm going to do everything mom and dad tell me to do, right? And then, you know, my younger sibling is just like messes up all the time, not perfect, doesn't follow the life plan. But you could also like fully flip that if the pressure at home was like so much. You could have the older sibling being like the rebel. So versus a more conservative younger sibling who like sees their older sibling really getting into trouble.
Yeah.
Do either of those speak to you?
Well, I feel like that would be careful versus reckless.
Okay.
Potentially. Like, I mean, I like them.
Okay.
And let's see. Or we can have impulsive versus tactical.
Yeah.
Just looking at what we have here. Yeah, those are the ones that I would. Yeah.
Reputable and underestimated are also good.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So of the like, do you feel like your younger sibling is more of a rebel to their older sibling buttoned up? Or do you feel like it's, my older sibling went off the rails, went off the deep end, I'm going to be the good one?
Let's go with a good one, because I am also a younger sibling, and I also think that is the perceived perception of older siblings, that younger siblings are like on purpose, like doing like being a goody two shoes when all they're doing is just like what they were told. Like I always felt that way. Like they're like, you just get what you want. I'm like, I just do what they say. Like I'm not intentionally trying to do anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I am going to take reckless.
Okay.
I hear a kitty cat.
Yes, she wants to go outside, and we told her no. So so I will take careful. So that's our opposites. There is careful v reckless.
Yeah. I am also,
and then pick one individual descriptor that both characters share.
Ooh.
So something that we both share.
Earnest?
Yeah, I think so.
Feel that? Okay. And
then now 2 or 3 like that describe you, and then I'll pick 2 or 3 that describe me.
I was gonna grab impulsive, and impulsive. I think I'll grab flamboyant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm earnest, flamboyant, reckless, impulsive, and yeah, I think that's actually good, right?
Okay.
This person's a much bigger personality than me, but that's okay.
That's why we play games. I am going to take I'm going to take coy.
Okay.
And debonair.
Nice.
And do I want another one to make it rule of 3s? I will. Yeah. I'll also stick with just 2 there. So coy and debonair.
Nice. I like it. Okay. Exposition. What brings the 2 of you to this particular battlefield today? Okay, this
Mom
is where
Mom
and Dad, obviously. Yeah, Mom and Dad bring us here today. Fundamentally.
Mom and Dad is what brings us together.
Yes, today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement. This is where the series of events leading up to this particular duel are settled, though those events may shift later. In the process of establishing these events, the backstory between your characters might also become more clearly defined. Here, you might decide your fugitive character has finally been located by their opponent, a bounty hunter. You might have already decided that you're opposing generals, but here you conclude that your characters chose to duel in place of a larger battle, and begin to play by departing from your respective legions and approach each other alone. Okay, so do you come in, because we've already kind of decided this is going to happen in a space bar.
Yeah, a space bar.
A space bar.
Yeah.
So do you come to find me, or did I come to find you?
I think I come to find you. I'm the younger child trying to bring you home, I think.
Okay.
Because of your wily ways.
Yeah.
I feel like that means like you it could be like, I don't know, you're either making a name for yourself that mom and dad don't approve of.
Okay.
Or in a line of work that mom and dad don't approve of, or it's just like you've run away and are, you know, I don't know, could be doing something with the money, or
ooh,
you know,
okay,
gambling it away.
Yeah. Sorry, my garage door here is creaking.
I'm just hearing the storm outside that's coming in. So
yeah, I'm just gonna take a little peeky poo at Radar, just a little peek.
This is your weather break from OK Roll. Thanks for coming back from that commercial break where the Tonys happened. We're gonna kick it back over to Maddie to see what is going on with the weather as soon as she's ready. Maddie, what's going on with the weather?
There is a tornado warning for Carter and Murray here in Oklahoma, but luckily that is southeast of our locations. We here in the greater Oklahoma City area are still under a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Maddie. And we're going to go to a quick commercial break before we check in on the Thunder winning or losing playing against whoever they're playing.
Conference. Such a bad resident of Oklahoma City right now. Everybody's got the
Thunder fever.
Go Thunder.
Yeah.
I'm like, good job, team. And I played basketball as a kid. Like, I don't not like basketball.
Yeah.
Well, I guess as I was telling you earlier today, the toddler has been a little under the weather this weekend. Mm-hmm. So the only thing that's been on our TV for 48 hours has been Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if I hear the hot dog dance song one more time, I might lose my mind.
Yes. Well, you need a Thunder game is what.
I do. Yeah, you need a Thunder game.
So I am the same though. I play basketball. That's what I was shooting for, pun intended, to go to college for, and it just didn't work out. But I really loved it. Loved playing the game. Loved watching it. Although NBA, I never really got into. My interest stopped at watching college basketball.
Yeah,
NBA, WNBA, I was like, meh.
No. Sure, I'm gonna eat a piece of chocolate.
You eat that chocolate, girl. You eat
I've had a day.
You eat
I really like playing basketball. But I got all of my growth spurt really early.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm 5'7" now. I was 5'5" by the time I was 10. Right? And so really early, I got put into playing center.
Yeah.
Right? And then I stopped growing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been 5'7" since 8th grade.
Yeah.
And so I played center as 5'7", 150 pounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't small, but I was very consistently playing against girls who had 5 inches and or 50 pounds on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I could be competitive with them. I fouled out a lot because I was competitive with them by being more aggressive.
Yes. Yeah. What's this tiny person doing here as a center?
Yeah, I was a little raccoon down under the basket. But that wasn't gonna fly at college. I actually did one. I was sort of soft offered. I mean, MIT sports are weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or D3, there's no anything, but like I was kind of like, it would be really great if you would come try out, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they just don't get a ton of athletes. They've got like solid athletics programs, right? But
people aren't going, let me get scouted by MIT as solely an athlete. Yeah.
And I ended up, I played a little bit with them when I was like visiting, right? I went to like a scrimmage shoot around kind of thing. And I was like, oh no, I can't play center here, right? I will have to transition to guard, and that will take a lot of work.
Yes.
And I don't have the time to do that, right? I'm not going to be able to put in the time and energy to be successful in this team and put in that time that I'm going to need academically.
Yeah.
So I chose academics. Anyway.
It is so, we've never talked about this. My story is similar, except the MIT. Like I also 5'8", and my dad was 6'3", and it was like, they're like, you're gonna be tall, but
so tall.
I am still tall, and it averaged out between my mom and my dad. My mom is 5'3", and she's the tallest in her family, and then my dad coming from tall people, and then it just kind of evened out with me. So I was trained as a center as well. And even when I got to high school, I was still playing center, and it wasn't until my senior year where like it dawned, like, I can no longer compete with these girls that are taller than me. Like I was kind of like making it work, but college wise, I was going to have to do stuff. So on my own, I was trying to do guard thing or wings, things. And just, there wasn't enough time to, make me good at it. So
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well,
dreams. I was also, because I went to such a small high school, I was still the biggest girl on my team. There was one girl who was taller than me. She was like 5'8" or 5'9".
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, she was so skinny, right? Like she just didn't have any meat on her bones. And
a noodle.
She was a little noodle.
Yeah.
And so like she often tended to play kind of like if you do like a number system, like I would pretty consistently play the 5 spot and she would play the 4.
Yeah.
But she would pop out to guard more often. We've got to play tournament arc and let it be a basketball thing. We'll have a lot of fun with that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, double elimination, round robin. Okay.
Okay.
Back to the game. There's our lives.
Back to the game, not our high school sports achievements.
Yes.
Okay. So I love the idea that I've been out here gambling the family asteroid mining money away.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. I'm living just this extravagant lifestyle, and have upsettingly to you unfettered access to family funds.
Yes. They have not yet cut off your card.
They have not yet cut off my card. Do mom and dad send you, or do you separately get pissed off and come find me?
So I feel like because we just said, that they haven't even cut off your card, maybe they're like in denial. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, she'll come, they'll come around soon. It's just, they're just rebelling. They'll be back and they'll take over the company.
Sometimes you just gotta sow your wild oats.
Yes, exactly.
Get it out of your system.
Yeah, and maybe they'll come back with a spouse. It's like,
and
I'm like, this is my future, and my sibling is ruining it.
Well, and I think just objectively, your character would be better at the family business.
Yes.
I think I've shown no interest in it ever, and probably been like, I don't want to.
Yeah. And the mom and dad are just like, oh, that's funny.
You'll come around.
Yeah. Bless your
heart.
I'll
never come around.
Yeah.
That's what your father said.
Yeah.
I don't know what voice this is, but that
our parents are so old.
So we had children much later in life,
Yeah. Because your father took him a while to come around.
It took him a while to come around. Your father?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I was persistent, and I actually did not take no for an answer, but not in the negative way you think. I just made sure to open up the heart.
I made sure he knew that he always had a place here when he was ready to slow down and settle down. A sturdy old ma. That's what they called me, even when I was a girl.
And I told your father to go sow his wild oats. And so, you probably have some siblings out there. I'm sorry, what? Anyways. And our parents. Woof.
Woof. Woof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Red flag. Is that a red flag for parents? Are there red flags for parents that are not really sad and real world red flags, but is that a red flag for parents?
Yeah. This is fully from like a Reddit story I read where it was this like woman coming out to her mom like as bi. And her mom replied, it was like, "Oh no, that's just normal. All women like other girls sometimes."
Sometimes.
And she was just like, "Wait, mom, are you? Wait, no, that's."
No, I like the further idea of the conversation. Mom, are you bi? Well, sometimes.
What? No, all women are like that. That's just how we are.
Mm-hmm. We just like each other a lot.
Did you know in the 1920s, ish, right? It was a thing. Girls would go to college, right? And they're all girls' colleges, right? And like junior, senior girls would like have their crush of the freshman girl that they would like just.
What?
Yeah, it was so normal.
Okay. New idea for a game.
Yeah. Yes.
Just gonna write that down. That's crazy.
So, sure, I think we finished exposition.
Yes, I think we got the backstory enough. We can go. Yeah. We can move on to environment.
I think you might have some sort of paperwork with you where, like, I sign away my rights to the company or something.
Right. I'm like, you either come back with me or you sign this.
Yeah.
Paperwork. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
That sort of like it says that like I whatever give my inheritance right to the company ownership to my sister. I've got nothing to do with it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So for environment, choose one adjective from 3 different or statements to describe the environment of your duel. Dangerous or secure, chaotic, serene, precarious, stable, surrounded, isolated, cramped versus spacious, dim, bright, boiling, freezing, dilapidated, pristine, ancient, state of the art, still, or windy.
I think it might be personally, like, I know it's a bar, but it's a space bar, and you said that you're like spending the money away. I think it's like a fancy chaotic bar. Like it's party central,
Okay.
Type of a thing. But it's also like a well-to-do party central, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not in the dive bar. I'm not doing that. I am so let's go with pristine.
Okay.
And I think surrounded then is also a good word.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of people here.
Okay. And then do we want to use the chaotic?
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, definitely chaotic. Kind of like how casino floors are portrayed in 007 movies, right?
Yeah. Not how actual casino floors are, but how the movies portray casino floors.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're looking for that thrill and excitement of a casino floor from a 007 film, you're not going to find it in the real world.
No, you're just going to find depressing slot machines without clocks. Like.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to say you're going to find depressing people pulling slot machines.
Maybe.
Also might be true, but yeah.
Look at this drawing.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
We're getting to the good stuff. Cape. Next, you will establish details about your individual characters. While the descriptors of your character are up to you, the mechanics of I have the high ground character creation require you to create your character simultaneously and interactively to ensure interesting similarities and differences between them. Are you wearing a cape? If so, what does it look like? Players reserve the right to decide the answer in secret, as their cape choice will affect who picks first advantage. There's no world where I'm not wearing a cape.
I mean, same. We'll be clear on that. We're both wearing capes.
Yeah. Mine might be made of sequins. Like, sequin cape.
Just bling, flash.
Yep. I currently have it balled up as kind of like a cool scarf, right?
Okay.
Ready to be unfurled.
Oh my gosh. I'm just imagining, like, that's when you get serious. You, like, pull a little string and it like billows.
I've got a brooch. It's a really obnoxious brooch that holds it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yours is obnoxious. I have a capelet. So it's like a half K off the shoulder, like thing with like the family, seal signal, maybe the mining, company thing, clasping it together.
Yeah, it's very practical for asteroid dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normal.
It's normal. It's a normal cape, and yours is
flashy cape to wear to inspect asteroid mines.
Yes. It's regulation. Can't get an asteroid mine to inspect it if you don't have a cape.
I love this. If a player opts to wear a cape, they must describe it in detail. I'm glad that we're ahead of the ball on that.
Did it already.
Okay. So, after unfurling your capes and revealing their descriptions, evaluate your capes against the rubric below. Begin with number 1. In the case of a tie, proceed to the next number until one player wins. The winner may choose to pick first during one of 2 sections later in the game. This is the who gets to choose advantages or have priority.
Yeah.
Okay. So, whoever opted to wear a cape, we're both wearing one. Oh no, whose character's cape is closest to the floor link?
I think yours. Mine's a capelet, so it can't. Yeah.
Whichever player owns a cape. I do not personally own a cape, but I made one for my husband for D&D in a Castle.
I did not make one either, but I have a cloak.
You have a cloak
for misfortune tellers.
Amazing.
Does that count?
Okay, I am very excited that mine is a near floor length sequin cape.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. In what way does your character have an upper hand in the battle? These are the advantages. Okay. So I either get to choose an advantage. Oh, alternate choosing until you both have 2. Okay. They don't give you a mechanical advantage, but provide topics for your character to leverage when flaunting their superiority. If the player with the better result on the cape rubric chooses first advantage, they pick first from the list. If not, their opponent picks first. I actually will let you pick first because there's no world in which my character is going to not act first upon seeing their little sister.
Okay. Then the element of surprise.
Okay. Familiar territory.
Okay. Okay, until you both have 2. Oh, which one do I want? A more accomplished record.
Yep. And I would like superior fashion, please. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Clothing. What is your character's clothing like? Establish 2 or more details. You may specify items that you are wearing to provide adjectives that to describe your overall fashion choices. Specify 2 or more details about your clothes. Shoulder pads
for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And shiny. That
I'm shiny. It's the last you'll ever see.
I definitely okay. Okay. Sequin cape, broad shoulders. It's shaped like a triangle, the outfit, right?
Okay.
Boom,
yes.
Narrows in. Mini skirt, go-go boots.
Well, of course, it is your party outfit. I am approaching you during your party outfit.
Yeah. Triangle dress, mini skirt.
Yeah.
Go-go boots.
Yeah. Those are all great.
I chose flamboyant.
Okay. Yes. So I think for me, I definitely have like white inspection like gloves.
Ooh.
Like they're almost like the museum quality, except those they're cotton, except those never fit. So these are like snug. These are like snug to fit. So there may be a different material.
Like
other thing.
White leather.
Maybe white leather. Yeah.
Not like made to fits like a glove.
It fits like a glove.
Yeah.
You know, fits like a glove.
Yeah.
So I have those that are like they're always clean despite inspecting asteroid mining dust.
Yeah.
And then I think the rest of it is like a blouse with a little like frilly on the chest here. And then it goes into like boss pants.
Ooh, yes.
Like, you know, I don't know, just when they fit right, you know, and they have a little bit of a flare on the leg, and I'm wearing boots under those though.
Yeah.
So like boss lady boots.
Boss lady boots. Okay. Amazing. I love this. Okay. Let's see. So now we pick weapon.
Okay.
Specify and describe it. It must be appropriately matched to the power level of your opponent's weapon, unless a player picked superior weaponry. While the relative strength of your weapon may not affect the mechanical outcome of your duel, it provides an advantage that the character with the superior weaponry advantage may choose to flaunt through dialogue or motion. Do you have a thought on weapons?
I have so many thoughts on weapons. Okay. So I feel like my character would actually be like a laser space whip.
Ooh.
You know?
Nice.
Because I feel like they're not muscly strong, so they're gonna work on like manipulating, control, and maintain. So with the whip is what that's for. Not for like hitting, yeah, maybe, but it's more for like wrap around, contain.
Okay.
Oh gosh. In the clone no. Was it Acolyte, which, you know, in chat you can all discuss if you liked it or didn't like it. Me and my sister only liked episodes those 3, but the Jedi Master had a like lightsaber whip that like could be manipulated, like kind of like that.
Okay. Yeah, and if you're watching the VOD, get in the comments.
Yeah. Did you like acolyte or not?
Yeah, specifically.
Yeah, don't actually comment about this. Did you like acolyte or not?
Did you like acolyte? That's the important question.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I love that. My first thought was like the space equivalent of a pearl-handled revolver.
Ooh.
So I think it shoots like it's actually like mechanically it's like a phaser set to stun. Right? But it's in this like pearl-handled revolver, and I think so that probably means it only has like 6 shots.
Ooh, okay.
Right? Or maybe even fewer, because it's supposed to be like it fits in your purse kind of thing. You know, it's like the size of your hand.
Yes.
Do you feel like that's matched?
Well, I would say what we also can do to match it a little bit. Like mine's not infinite, like always on. It takes battery, right?
Yeah.
So like it can go out.
Okay.
If that makes sense, right?
Yes. I also, there's no way in hell I have good aim. I was worried a gun would be like OP against a whip, right? That's my...
Well, it's a space gun and a space whip. So if this being in a futuristic world, I think it's one of those things where if I spin my whip fast enough, I create a temporary shield if necessary. But it's not solid, right? It's like because of we can say the rate of speed of whipping a whip will leave like a pie that goes around, but it looks solid, you know, and if nobody knew the trick, but you know the trick because we're siblings, you know, you just have to aim for that gap and you got it. I think.
I love it.
So
okay.
I'm like, hey, Space Western, also let me just throw a whip in there.
Yeah, why not? You people listen, bullwhips, that's a thing in Westerns.
It is, yeah.
Okay, next section is inventory. What interesting items are you carrying on your person? Establish 2. This can include fashion accessories, items of utilitarian value, such as a boot knife or armored pauldrons. Beautiful. Trinkets from your past, or even your opponent's past, if they agree. Okay, then there's not something to like pick from.
Yeah, we just come up
with it. I definitely think I have some heirloom of sentimental value, like family item that has much more sentimental than monetary value. Or rather, to you, it has a lot of sentimental value. It might have a lot of monetary value to me. Oh, it should be the ridiculous clasp, right? That needs to be like a solid emerald or something that's like a mark of the station of who runs the company.
And you're just wearing it as like an accent piece.
I'm wearing it as an accent piece. While not doing the job.
Yes.
Right? And I think you're probably doing the job in my absence because our parents are old.
Yes. Yeah, as we established with our voices.
Yeah. So it's an emerald like brooch.
Yeah.
That maybe like the men of our family would wear. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like it's 2 big emeralds that are connected by a chain. The men in our family would wear them on like a collar piece, right? I'm using it as like a brooch.
Yeah.
But it's a sign of the station of who runs the company.
Yes. Yeah. Love it.
If anyone watching this watches Dimension 20, I just started like only the first episode of Cloudward Ho has released, and I'm channeling Wheelwell a whole lot right now. Yeah. Of me.
Okay. Okay. Goodness. Okay. Let's see. I think I have a watch.
Okay.
And it's like maybe a little pocket watch or something that it is like I'm meticulous on like keeping on schedule and it is also a family heirloom, and it's like passed down in the family. I want to say it was Meemaw's watch.
Meemaw's watch.
She was what am I trying to say? Not like a taskmaster, but like always on time.
Well, clearly Meemaw started the company.
Meemaw started the company.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Meemaw gets it, right? Meemaw knows that you're the correct choice, which is why she gave you the watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was her approval of me, but I couldn't convince our parents.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the last thing she gave me before she passed.
Beautiful. The other thing I want my shoulder pads to like activate and then emit like a personal shield.
Yes. Okay, yeah. I love it. For half a second there, they're gonna activate and then they're gonna glow like the thrusters on the back of a gun.
Yeah.
And maybe they still do, but it's the shield that they activate and not you like flying off.
Exactly. And it's a limited use shield. It can't stay up, right?
Yeah.
But like it could deflect like one shot or something like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah. Emergency backup. So
yeah, emergency backup shoulder pad shield.
Yes. Yeah. Also Meemaw's watch is like holographic. Like I don't actually open it like to click it open. Mm-hmm. It's like I hit the button and like the time appears like in the air.
Very Princess Leia R2D2 style.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Amazing. We need to come up with your second item.
Oh yes. Second item is going to be a thing, and that thing is what else is What, Charlotte? What? I know you can't. It's a storm.
It's a storm.
No.
Okay. So safe, kitty.
She says no.
She says, "Mom, make it stop."
Yeah, and I can't. I'm sorry. It's the weather. It's a thing that happens to weather. So, yeah. Okay. Second thing, I think I have. I have like a it's a like butterfly hairpin.
Okay.
But it's like for one of those buttons. So like it's a shape of a butterfly, and then you put it on the button, and then you put the stick through.
Okay.
Like the wings, you know.
Yeah.
And for it to have hair, and it is it is also emerald.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Nice. Okay.
I'm like, do I want anything else on that?
Well, in my mind, the pin it can be used as a weapon.
Yes, I think so. Close combat. I think what happens is if I take it out and I click it, it like energy blade knife.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Yes. I love it. Okay. So establish the circumstances of your encounter. For example, an elevator door might open. I think like okay. Are we making characters from the RPG? Chaos Evoker. What we are doing is Al and I are playing and learning the game I Have the High Ground all in one go. A game about dueling and capes.
So yes, we are, and we're gonna get to playing these characters shortly.
Shortly, yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we can. I'm not concerned about our ability to start, right?
No, I think we got it.
Yeah, so for each opening, you'll be asked to choose whether you want to roll a die or answer questions.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so these are example openings. The challenge, the chance encounter. So that's, but you don't have to use these. So that's cool. That is actually really great if you are not from like a game design standpoint, is what I'm thinking. Because like if you're not you and me who like do improv together often.
Yes, and can wing it.
Then having this like structure I think is really helpful.
Yeah.
It is a scaffolding. I love to use that term when I'm thinking about like game design. For like, so this is a scaffolding that like for that you and I don't need because again we do improv together often. But for other players who are less theater kid energy than us, this would be great. Okay, so now we're gonna go through the mechanics of actually play. We don't have our character names, Allison.
Oh my gosh!
How did we do that? I need like.
Hang on. Hold for
fantasy name generator.
Yeah. How did you know it's
because I have it pulled up for orc games because I've been doing prep for big gay orcs for all day.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I'm what's up, audience? We're filming Big Gay Orcs in a week from now, and I'm really excited for it.
Heck yeah.
I
don't want that. There we go. Okay. I want just shout out to fantasy name generators. You're looking for names for your, novel, fan fiction, you're creating characters in improv and you want a fun name to refer to your character as that you can jump into for any scene and use that as a starting point. You want names for your TTRPG, you go to fantasy name generator. For your NPCs, you go to fantasy name generator.
It's great.
And you'll find it.
It has names for everything. It's not just fantasy races. They've expanded.
Yes. Yeah. You could. I just randomly was clicking, and on the other there's roller derby names. That's new.
Amazing. Orc city names. That's what I was having so much trouble coming up with. And so I was really excited that they had them.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't want to. You can also easily dive into this and spend so long. Just clicking.
Okay.
There we go. I
need other names.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I got one, I think.
You got one?
If you are okay with our last name being Whitfield.
I'm great with it.
Okay. Christina.
You're Christina Whitfield?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So I go by
so click so I click
no I'm gonna go by Shade. That's not my name.
Shade?
My name's like Gwen.
You go by Shade? Like, is that like when you left the family you were like, it's me, Shade. And then I'm like, Gwen Whitfield.
Yeah, but my actual name is not Guinevere, Gwendolyn. My name is Gwendolyn.
Oh,
but
okay.
I go by Shade.
I am so gonna call you Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn Whitfield. I might even call you Gwenny.
Ooh. I probably go by like Shade Danger. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Chaos Evoker, I am glad that this naming process makes you feel seen. Oh man.
Also, we're busy picking names. Also known as late to the party, agreeing that Star Wars is a fantasy camp.
Yeah.
Star Wars is fantasy camp, and science fiction relies on something constructed by the characters of the society. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm so excited.
All right. Shade.
Shade danger.
Shade danger, aka Gwendolyn Whitfield.
Okay. So now let's go through the actual mechanics. We're gonna do okay.
Moves.
I have the high ground is played in turns until one player reaches 9 points, winning the game and beginning the resolution. Okay, so each turn we're going to choose to secretly thrust, feint, or parry, or once per game make a penalty move. We'll have to go read up what those penalty moves are.
Yeah.
I'm going to write this down. Thrust beats feint.
Feint beats
parry beats thrust.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thrust beats.
Yeah, this is the exciting writing notes section of the stream.
Yes.
Parry
beats thrust. I want to do this now. So there's a thing that an improviser in our community did. Maybe you did it a couple times. Colin did the rock, paper, scissors group game.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever do that?
I have not done it.
Yeah, it's for those that don't know, it's basically where you have a big group of people and they all get around and you just lock eyes with someone in the group. You lock eyes, you walk towards them, and you go 3, 2, 1. And if I win, the other person who lost celebrates me and then follows me around celebrating and like basically becomes my posse and is just like, yay, every time I win. Now, if I've gathered people and I lose at some point, then we all go towards the winner and become their posse until it's finally down to 2 people, and you basically have this crowd on this side and this crowd on this side, just supporting the heck. And no matter who wins, then everybody just celebrates. So it's not even about like, yay, you won. It's like, yay, everybody, type of thing. So it's very good energy when you have a lot of people. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. As we're playing this, I kind of want to do a Mad Improv Lab show based on this.
Do it. Hashtag I'm the new director for the Mad Improv Lab.
So
looking for submissions.
When we're talking about improv team, we do improv with the Oklahoma City Improv Theater, which is the only improv theater in Oklahoma City. And every one Thursday a month, there's the Mad Improv Lab where people try out wild new ideas, and it's very fun and weird.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would love this to be one. So submit it at some point, Maddie. Maybe after Godspell, but I would understand if you don't hit it in July. Like,
yeah, I'm doing nothing until after Godspell.
Yeah.
Why did I think being in a musical this summer was a good idea? I don't know.
It is. It'll be fun.
It's gonna be so much fun, but I'm gonna be so busy.
Yeah.
Okay,
so we got that down. So now
priority. Okay. Similar to identical named rule in fencing, if both players choose the same standard move, victory goes to the player with priority. Oh, okay. So this is just the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And I will start with priority. And so then it'll go to you.
Then it'll go to me after. It's like in basketball when you have a jump ball or a tie ball. Like, they're like, oh, it's this team now. And it's like the next one will go to the other people. It doesn't matter. It's just.
Yeah.
We're including sports.
And our nerd. Ooh, look at the art.
Yeah.
You have the dramatic up angle.
I have the high ground. That is just art. This. Yeah.
Right? And now she's serving. That's intense. And now we have the dramatic down angle.
Yes, that's giving
dramatic up angle.
It's giving
up and down are different.
It's giving villain. It's giving I have the high ground.
Yeah. So, okay. You choose your moves secretly while you make a strategic choice by attempting to guess the opposing player's move. It's recommended you aim for narrative satisfaction. What would my character take given their emotions and the situation in the moment?
Mm-hmm.
You reveal your move simultaneously. Oh, so we are supposed to have tokens and show them? We'll just say it.
Yeah. We'll go 3, 2, 1, and then we'll be like, wait, what did you say? Okay, this is what like in Mind Meld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In person, we have hiding tokens with move names written on them and their fists. Blah blah blah.
Oh, we could type them into chat technically.
Let's just say it. It's going to be easier for everybody.
Yeah.
And
the priority player counts down to 3 to signal us to
perfect.
Yeah.
The winner of the turn gets the last narration. So you get to have the last word. That's fun. Okay. So I think the vibe here is, so like, let's say the first thing I choose is to faint, right? And just for funsies, let's say you chose to thrust, right?
Yeah.
So and we reveal that and you're going to win. And so then maybe like, so then is the idea then that like I would then describe what I do and have like a little monologue, and then like you come back in and monologue, is that kind of, and describe what you're doing? Is that sort of the idea?
I think so. I think that's what I'm getting. I'm just double checking what I was talking about here with the things. Yeah, choose move, first turn. Turn. The world is turning.
With every season, turn. Something.
I was going Les Mis.
Oh, jeez.
Turning through the year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I think so. You know what? I think we can just play it that way. Let's just say that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to read through some of these tips.
Okay.
Your goal is to tell a story narratively satisfying to the viewer, not to the characters. Victory may not be visible to the victorious character, but instead the players are aware that inside the loser is ashamed. It may be helpful to share your intent. So if I'm like, I'm going to feint and do this to try and get you, to try and provoke an action, a reaction or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The same line. Yeah. This is just kind of some like, improv suggestions, which we love. And then here's some examples of what like a thrust, win, tie, lose example. So a thrust. Okay, so if the thrust wins, the person that thrusts, they're making an offensive move and they are successful. If it's a tie, then we're both like, our thrusts like hit each other and we both hit. I don't know.
Yeah.
A feint, we're both okay. Cool.
And then we have the, what is it? Drawing your weapon. When we reach 8 points.
If you reach 8 points, somebody's got to draw a weapon.
Their opponent is close to losing control.
When a player reaches 9 points, they win and the duel resolves. In response to the winning remove, the loser is finally compelled to act. They attempt to strike the first blow. Okay. The first blow struck ends a game. Cool. So yeah, okay. Even all of the feint, parry stuff, that is not with weapons.
Yes, that is, to be clear, even though it's weapons terminology, it's verbal.
This is just verbal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we basically end right before the,
the fight.
But it says you can in the end. Like if you wish to play out the battle which follows, you can use another role-playing game to tell its story. Alternatively, some players choose to talk out what happens in freeform manner, collaborating on a high-level summary of how events resolve. It can leave room for ambiguity and suspense. A freeze frame on the first blow, with the winner of the duel of posture now decided, but the loser of the ensuing battle left a mystery for the viewer. All right. Now penalty moves.
Okay, so a penalty move is doing something utterly disrespectful. The examples from fencing are like to drop your weapon or turn your back to the opponent. They're so not a threat. So you have to meaningfully disarm yourself of your primary weapon. So this is just doing something that is disrespectful.
Yes. Yep.
I'm abandoning this duel. They're discourteous. They're rude. I'm dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay. So and then
you wrote.
Nice. Hi, Dan. This is Dan from Creation Myths. Allison. He's one of my science friends, buddy. He's playing Baldur's Gate 3. Amazing. You can play out our space duel for us after. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
When you make a penalty.
But you have to roll above or you have to roll over your current score.
Okay.
Your penalty move fails if you roll. If you roll over your current score, your penalty move fails. Your opponent scores 1 point and has priority on the next turn, even if they had it in this turn. So that's the only time priority can,
Yeah. If you roll below your current score, you succeed and you score 2 points. If you roll exactly, you fail in an exceptional way.
Unexpected way. And your opponent scores 1 point.
Ooh.
Priority alternates normally. So the only time priority alternates abnormally is if you roll above your current score.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only time dice come into play then are for the penalty move. Okay.
That's what it seems like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're good. Do we start off with a score of
0?
0?
I think so.
Is that? Yeah. Oh, hi.
Hello. Oh, hi, puppers.
Oh, big puppies. They're chasing the cat.
Yeah.
My sister's taking care of it.
Amazing. Amazing.
Uh-oh. Hang on.
Ooh, okay.
Hang on.
Okay. Hi, friends. For those who are joining us on the live stream, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We really appreciate it. I hope this is helpful if these are like games you're interested in, especially. I find these really fun. There we go. Allison's back.
Sorry.
Yeah. Listen, sometimes you got to take care of the pets.
Well, and I was like, how do I mute this? And I was like, oh, I've stopped everything. I've disappeared.
Oh, good. Okay.
So.
Oh, okay. So the other time we roll is going to be at resolution.
Okay.
The loser strikes the first blow and the victor may block it. When you roll exactly your current score, your opponent strikes the first blow and you cannot block it. So that's fun. Okay. I'm going to go grab a couple dice from right behind me. Okay. And I'm going to click this button. And then we should play.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
I'm excited.
Yeah. This is a good time to remind everybody that may have forgotten that we have next Sunday at this, not this time anymore, at 8.
8 Central.
8 Central. Pride and Extreme Prejudice. Jane Austen and Mex.
It's really funny and really satisfying. There's a whole unrequited, or like not unrequited love. Two people who love each other, but neither the other one never knows it.
Yes.
That
longing glances.
So many longing glances.
Yes. Yeah.
It's delightful.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was really fun.
That was another character, not mine, but that was fun too. So to witness, I was like, I think I tried to assist, if I remember correctly.
Everyone tried to assist.
Everybody tried to assist.
Dice said no.
Dice said no. You were like, no, you don't, and I was like, so. Anyways.
Excellent.
Okay.
So to set the scene, to set our scene, we are in opulent space casino. Everybody, all of the staff that works here are in like Star Trek original series. All the like mini skirt uniforms, right?
Gosh, yeah.
I don't know why I have mini skirts and go-go boots on the mind right now.
I don't know, but they're there.
Watching too much original series Star Trek.
Yeah. No, you've been watching the other thing because baby toddler sick.
Gosh, I've been watching a lot of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yes, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
I have some notes for the show writers.
Okay, yeah.
That's not how clouds work.
They'll appreciate it. But this right now, original Star Trek, go-go boots, waitresses.
There's lots of aliens, right? And they're all in space tuxedos. Space evening dresses, right? So, giant lizard man, right? Black bow tie, walking through.
Yes.
Lady with antennae, right?
Yeah.
Silver slinky dress.
Yes.
Right? Shooting craps. And in a room above all of this is in a space station. Definitely a space station. And this is the sci-fi where everything is white and clean and perfect, right? That's the aesthetic here. And then there's a room that you have to go like up in the elevator for the high rollers room. And that is where you find Shade Danger.
Yeah. Sticking with the Star Trek original.
Yeah.
It's that sliding door, sound.
Yeah.
Step through, and I like wrinkle my nose a little. There's no bad smell, but I just wrinkle my nose at like the thought of finding you here, wasting the money of my inheritance, for sure.
Yeah. So you see my back is to you to start, because I am at the table so that I'm looking out through like windows, right? So those windows overlook part of an asteroid belt, and then like space, and then below there's also the like tables where the plebeians get to gamble. All the slot machines are downstairs. This is the high rollers room. And so my back is to the door so that I can see that view. And so as we hear the it's the dealer would be the first person to acknowledge you, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I give him a nod. And I think I look at the dealer, and the dealer jerks their head towards you.
Okay.
Like your back. Yeah. I'm gonna approach. He's actually spun around. Are you swirling anything? Any like drink? Yeah, there we go.
Of course I am.
Yes, yeah.
It's a lemon drop martini.
Lemon drop martini. Okay. Yeah. You're swirling it. I clip clop over there because I got my boots, my boss lady boots on. Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. And I just sidle up right next to you in like the open seat, and I go, Gwendolyn.
Sorry, now I have to. I was gonna dramatically turn around because I thought you were gonna call me from behind.
I ruined your plan. You still dramatically turned around.
That's true. Maddie, got to dramatically turn around. Gwen is very sad.
Yeah.
And so I think I have my drink and I see you and I set it down. Christina. I go by Shade now.
Oh, we know you go by Shade. And you've also tried to hide the way we talk in the family, but it doesn't erase where you came from.
Okay, I think we need to choose our first move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Hang on. Gotta breathe. Yeah. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Thrust.
Okay.
So we both thrust. Thrust tie means that both characters attempted aggressive actions, but the player with priority won the turn. So by being more imposing, their demonstration of wit and prowess overshadowing their opponent's pathetic jab.
Okay. So I'm gonna say
sorry, wait, did you have priority first?
What's up?
Did you have priority? I couldn't remember.
I had priority.
Okay, great. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure before I react to this.
Yeah. Just because I learned how to just because I learned proper diction while I've been away. Sorry, that's not what I say. I say just because you couldn't learn proper diction doesn't mean I should sound like a dirt-covered farmer.
Ooh, I think my leather gloves make that squeak, like that noise that leather gloves make when like you tighten something.
Yeah.
I'm like, and my hand is like on the like bar or whatever, and like just resting there, and then I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Does that mean
well, what's your response? Because you're also trying to thrust.
Yes, but you're the one that's gonna win.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Got it. And so you say that doing this. Yeah. And I go, well, some of us have responsibilities to the family and don't run off like a floozy.
And some of us live the life we choose. And I take a sip. You ready for the next move?
Yeah.
All right, so priority goes to you.
Priority goes to me now.
Yeah.
Okay, and then make sure here. Go to here. No. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I'm ready.
Okay.
Here we go. 3. Are you ready? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Faint. Oh my gosh. Are we mind melding or what?
We're mind melded a little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
A little bit.
Faint tie. Both characters attempt to bait in response. The character with priority didn't fall for it, so I don't fall for it, winning the turn by responding instead with an even higher stakes ruse, which successfully provokes the loser into losing their cool or revealing something they didn't intend to.
Okay. So what I'm going to do to try to provoke you is you can see my hand, right? This is, we're playing poker. You can see my hand. It's trash, right?
Okay, yeah.
And I put it down and I just push all my chips to the center and say all in.
Uh-huh.
And then for the first time this evening, I turn and I stare. I look at you.
Okay. And I think what I'm going to do to provoke you is can't decide if I want to do one thing or the other thing to try to make it happen.
Yeah.
You doing that, me knowing that that's the family's money going to good waste.
Yep, I just threw it away.
You just threw it away. I'm going to say, oh, Gwenny, taking big risks as always. When you can't put your money where your mouth is. Just like Meemaw always said, because Meemaw never said she loved you, is what I'm implying.
Ooh. Okay, and that one hurts because Meemaw didn't like me. You were very clearly her favorite. And Meemaw was like steady, solid, kind of like cutthroat woman, and that's not who Shade Danger is at all. Okay, so I think then I just go like, again, this is the like, I haven't looked at you yet. And so I think you say that, I hear him and go like, ah! Right, you get the reaction, you get the audible reaction.
Yeah.
And it definitely puts me on the defensive, right? I'm on my back foot now. And I kind of like and like push away from the table a little bit. And like as that happens, somebody else at the table calls and wins.
Yeah.
Right, as all part of this. And so like, now I'm out of the game. And so after
I will just add a little like
throw my cards.
Yeah, I'll just add she always was right.
Yeah. Oof. Okay. Are you ready for the next one?
Okay. Oh gosh. Yeah. I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's see. You have priority now.
I have priority. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Thrust.
Parry.
Nice.
Finally, we
finally we didn't say the same thing. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, because I'll let you respond because you're gonna win this.
Yeah.
You get that, and then I stand up. I take off the gem, right, and lets my sequin cape unfurls. And so I'm standing up, and I'm holding the emerald, right, the emerald pendant, and is like, is this what you came for? What you came all the way across because you needed some family trinket to win mom and dad's love?
I'm not even gonna look at the trinket, even though do want it, but I can see that I've like, rattled
you a little hold bit. This giant D20 in my hand.
Yeah, there we go. Hold the giant D20. Oh, that emerald. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say, I already run the company. I don't need an emerald for everyone to know who's really the boss. They'd rather support me anyways than some low good spending money, drinking booze till 3 a.m., running the company to the ground and ruining everything that Meemaw worked for. Mommy and Daddy are just collateral.
Ooh. Okay, priorities back to you.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I've been.
It was good.
So I'm at 2.
Yeah,
right?
And I'm at 1.
Yeah, I'm 1. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of both of ours. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna say, it's time you stop this charade, Gwendolyn, and it's time you give up your right. And I'm gonna and then I'm gonna take the papers and put them on the table. for using this gaming table. They're like, we're just trying to play a game here.
Over here. What are you two doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait,
okay.
I need to read something really fast.
I know. That's why I was scrolling back. I was like, wait, what do I want to do? Okay.
Yeah. No. Okay.
I am ready whenever you are.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Faint.
Ooh. Okay. Thrust beats faint.
Okay. So you're gonna win.
I'm gonna win. All right. So with this, since it's like thrust versus faint, can I tell you like what my attack is kind of gonna be?
Yeah, to see what. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so I think the attack is just gonna be that's a lot of words. Oh, I start to slip into the accent. So that's what starts to happen. Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of words to say. You came out here to find me to get mama and daddy's approval.
Let's see. And I am trying. What's my faint?
Yeah.
Is gonna be I think what I'm gonna do is, since you said that, I am going to say I told you I don't need it from mommy and daddy. Besides, lots changed since you've been away. I'm their favorite now. It's a lie. It is such a lie. I'm not their favorite at all.
And so to like that killing move from me is gonna be well, you might not need it, but you sure do want it.
I'm gonna twitch my eye a little
bit. Okay, and then I take my lemon drop martini and I chug the last and I slam it on the table. Okay.
So 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 for 2.
All right. I know what I'm gonna do.
Jeez. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Parry.
Thrust. Okay. Yeah. So then I'm like still charging.
Yeah.
And okay, so I said you sure do want it. So I'm gonna say, so limoncello down. You were always jealous of me. You were always wanting mom and dad's attention, always benefiting from me doing the hard things, pushing boundaries. You had it easy. All you had to do was stay back and stay in line. While I ran off and forged the path for our family.
I'm going to like purposely like look at my gloves as if I'm removing like dust. There's nothing to remove there, and I'm even gonna do like this on the cape, which again, there's nothing there. It's just like, I don't care what you say right now, and I'm gonna be like, there wasn't an example to follow. You left quite a detrimental destruction in your wake, sister. So at least someone cared and stepped up for the family.
Nice.
So that I'm at 3.
Okay.
And you're at 2.
Yeah. Okay. I'm definitely on my back foot. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what I'm gonna do, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Faint. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna take that and wait, why don't you go first? Because I'm gonna win because I have priority.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna, again, look at my gloves. Like I'm looking at my nails.
Yeah.
And just gonna go, I mean, there's so many sordid stories in the papers these days about unruly heirs and how it's the younger generation that should really be in charge.
Ooh. Okay. And I think I'm gonna go. I never wanted the company. You can have it if you like. I never wanted any of the pressure mommy and daddy put on me. And papers? Oh, I'll give the papers a scandal. And I'll give the papers a scandal. That's where I'm gonna end that on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
give
I
him
know what I'm doing.
You give him a scandal by signing these papers.
Okay.
I know what I'm. I know what I'm doing. I think. So gosh, it's like we're playing chess because it's like, what are you gonna do? What am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do? Yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Thrust.
Penalty.
Ooh. This is your one turn. Okay.
My one turn.
Hang on. Review penalty real quick again. So, yeah, utter disrespect. Great. You can interpret what that is. So, what are you actually doing though? Oh, you have to roll though.
I have to roll.
So, what are you're at?
So what I do, so I have 3.
You have 3. Yeah, I was gonna say I had you at 2, but I was like, no, I think you got another one because you won the thing. Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm going to attempt to do is I know that it's basically what I'm going to attempt to do is actually like throw you through the glass.
Oh.
to push you out of this space and you would fall like 8 feet to the ground or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, what glass am I going through?
Remember, so okay,
there's windows.
And then there's windows that like it would go out, you would fall down to the lower floor.
Oh, okay.
Not in the face.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you're killing me.
No, I'm gonna push you into a fake palm tree, I think.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yes.
But this is I'm gonna give the paper something to do. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I have to roll 2 6-sided. Oh no! I didn't realize it was 2. This was dumb. Okay. I thought it was 1.
Yep. So you better get like what
I need
you better get a 1, like 2
1 and a 2.
You could get at most a 1 and a 2, but a 1 and a 1 would give you
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. That was oh no, nope. I rolled 8. I rolled a 6 and a 2.
So you rolled over.
I rolled above my current score.
Okay, so your penalty fails. I score a point, and I have priority on the next turn.
Yeah. Okay. So I go to push you, and I think it's safety glass. So like I push you into it, and you just kind of like boop, right? Like, or maybe it's even a force field.
Yeah.
And literally nothing happens.
Okay.
Like, well, poop.
Yeah. I'm gonna like almost like again like shake things off, like and then let's see. Oh gosh, do I want to say anything, or do I want to just like? I think I don't say anything. I just raise my eyebrow, and the vibe is like, "Is that the best you can do?"
Okay.
Like.
Okay.
So.
I think you have priority anyway.
Yes.
Oh yes, yeah, you have priority. Okay.
I have priority. Let's see. And I think I'll say into the facade and sign the papers. And I'll also get out like a pen.
Okay.
And like hold it out.
Okay.
So I think I know what to do.
I know what to do.
Okay. Okay. 3, 2. I'm second guessing myself. 3.
You can do it. First thought, best thought. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Thrust.
Harry.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what's your thrust?
What I'm gonna say is I hold the pen out. I'm also gonna like lean in and be like,
yeah,
you don't want anything to do with the family, and we all understand that. So why don't you be a good older sibling, lead by example, and do something right once in your life? And okay. I'm gonna pat your cheek patronizingly.
I am going to like match your energy and lean in and like touch your face, right? Like cup your face too, and say, we both know I ain't ever been a good girl, and why would I sign something when we both know mommy and daddy would never cut me off?
And I'm gonna like
yeah, you know, we pull away.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm ready too.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Pair.
Thrust. Pair again.
Okay. Wait, that's my point, right?
Yeah, that is. You're at 5, right?
Yeah, I'm at 5.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I think I will go so after like yeah. And when I do that, a small like thing of my hair like comes down out of my like bun, even though my hair wasn't touched at all, but somehow it comes out.
Yeah, you get like anime things.
Yeah, a little anime thing, and I go do a little, and then it doesn't stay, so I do this and preen a little bit, and then I go. Mommy and Daddy would never cut you off. It's true. But sometimes they don't have a choice when they're disappointed in their child. And they have agreed to this. Their signature's on the document.
Okay. I am going to reach out and like rip the papers out of your hand, look at it, and I'm gonna rip the papers in half and say, I know a forged signature when I see one, and throw them up in the air.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I know what I'm gonna do. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Faint.
Thrust.
You beat me.
I beat you. Okay.
You're at
6. You couldn't even get them to sign the papers to acknowledge the job you're already doing. Ever since Meemaw passed, you've just been looking for someone's approval, and you came here to get it from me today because you're never getting it from mommy and daddy. You're gonna have to come with something a lot stronger than paperwork to disown myself if you want my approval. And I'm gonna step up onto the poker table. Yeah, Yeah.
So you have the high ground.
I have the high ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't need anyone's approval. Lie.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, you know so much about forged signatures. I guess I'll just have to forge your own on this other copy that I have.
On this second copy.
Yeah. And pull it out.
Okay. Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing.
All right. 3, 2, 1, thrust.
Parry.
Nice. So I'm standing on top of the poker table, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the emerald brooch and like making eye contact with you, but talking to the dealer, being like, why don't we sweeten the pot on that next bet? And I drop it onto the table.
Ooh. And I'll look at it and I'll say that Whitfield Emerald isn't even enough to pay for all your debts in your ledger, sister. But you know what? I'm kind and generous. So how about from the other side, I pull out like credits, and they are like platinum plated.
Okay, yeah.
And I go, I think this will cover my sister's recklessness. So my power move is that I'm paying off your debts that you couldn't. Since she's so irresponsible, her little baby sister's coming to her rescue.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
And the emerald probably actually is enough to pay the debts, but I'm like convincing.
I'm up tonight, you know?
Yeah. I'm like, it probably is, except because it's an emerald, but I'm like, I don't want that to go, so I'm gonna play it down like it's not, type of thing.
Okay. Ready? Ready? What's priority on this one?
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay.
And I have priority. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, faint.
All right, win that one. What are you at?
Winning that one puts me at 6, so we're tied again.
We're tied at 6. Okay.
Yeah.
So my feint here is oh, baby, sweet, kind, generous baby sister. If you want that Whitfield Emerald, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty and play around or two.
I
just say you're gonna have to get them pretty little gloves dirty and play a hand or two.
There you go.
That's better.
I think I do exactly this. I staple my hands together.
Yeah.
And then I slowly pull off one glove.
Yeah.
I hold it in my hand and I go, what makes you think I haven't gotten them dirty? What do you think these gloves are covering up? And I want to smack you across the face with the glove. It's a duel!
It's a duel! Amazing.
And I'll drop the glove on the table.
Amazing. Geez, I want to know what the other people at the table are doing right now.
I think the dealer is like, is somebody gonna play?
What's happening?
I want to say other people. There might be like one or two that's still sticking around, but other people are sniffing a fight coming.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, family drama. Like, get a little bit further away from this. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then let's just say to build this scene a little bit more, there's an older couple that are lived way past their prime because they are part like cyborg android. Pick your mechanical life form, and it's like, oh, Harold, I think there's a drama going over there.
Oh, Janet, the youth. That's why we keep coming here. The youth, they keep us young.
They keep us alive, Harold. Harold, you're leaking your oil.
Oh, my oil's leaking, Janet. Janet, you know, I remember when I fought my brother at a poker table.
I remember that too, Harold. It was so fun. And then they just like, another drink and some oil.
Maybe a mechanic.
Yeah. Maybe call Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, that's happening.
That's happening. Okay, yeah.
So I've slapped you, put the glove down. Okay. Now we have our next move. Okay. All right, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, yeah, same. Okay. And I think you have priority. Yes. Okay. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Parry. Yes, to me.
You're at 7.
Hey, I was panicking. I was like, no.
I'm gonna kind of call what you just said. I'm gonna hop down off the table, and look at the dealer and say, "Well, deal us a hand then." And just kind of to sort of challenge you, because I don't actually think you've ever played a game of poker before.
Yeah, and okay, and I'm gonna go, oh, do you mind if I like, the security is tight on the cards, so it's not that I'm like cutting the deck in a way. I'm like, I just want to have a shuffle real quick, and because I've already like spoken to the dealer, because he's the one who like over here, right? Yeah, that's what we said. He'll give them to me, and I will, with one gloved hand and one ungloved hand, expertly shuffle these cards.
Like really fancy shuffle. Oh,
and like it's enough to maybe have you worried that maybe, and I'll be like, and I'll see your glance, and I'll be like, I'll hand it back to the dealer. Thank you so much. Baby sister knows some tricks since you've been gone for so long.
And I think this is fully now turned into a poker game, like between the two of us. Like we're dealt a hand. And you have priority.
Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Faint. You beat me.
Okay. The thrust is that I've got my cards, and I am going to immediately bet just whatever an exorbitant amount is, right? And like highlighting that emerald there in the center. And then also on that first round, it's like, I don't need any cards, where you like get to like I'm playing stud, right? And this is a 5-card draw game.
Yeah.
So that's my thrust.
Okay. And I will, my feint will be, oh, someone's being big and brave, unlike when they were 10 and scared of the dark and had to climb into bed with little sister. Like, that's my feint.
That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
I think I just started laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, make your bet, baby sister.
I will make. I don't actually know how to play poker. So.
Oh, okay. You just want to call.
Right? Okay, great call. Yeah, I was like, I do the thing. Whatever I'm supposed to do, I do that.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know you didn't know how to play poker.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Okay. Your dad didn't teach you with toothpicks when you were 7?
No, that's weird.
Teach how to count cards to terrify your high school history teacher?
No, I think I had, side note, a friend who played poker in junior high, and they kind of taught me the rough basics, but it was like not anything, and we weren't even like betting actual things, you know, real money or whatever. It was all fake stuff, and then it was So played it maybe once, and that was it.
Gotcha. I spent a whole summer playing with my sister and my friend, our friend who lived across the street. We all started the summer. We bought a bag of candy each, and we bet candy against each other all summer. The same 3 bags.
That's the way to do. Why do money? Do candy. Do candy. You know, is what I say. Don't do money. Do candy all the time.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I kept eating mine because I'm younger than my sister and our friend, and so I ran out of money early because I ate all my candy.
Yeah, you're like, oh no.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yes. Nice.
Okay, so at this point it doesn't matter on the poker mechanics because now we're just like
we're getting close to that point.
Yeah. So we are at
I'm at 7. You're at
I'm at 7.
7 too. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. So great.
Because this next one's important because we've got to have you draw your weapon at 8.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay. And I have priority, right? Okay. 3, 2, 1, penalty. I'm gonna go for it.
Penalty.
Okay, I'm at 7. Gotta roll 2d6 here and get lower than 7.
Yeah.
I got 6.
Oh. Okay. Well, I try to show off my poker knowledge and if you call, then there's usually one more round of betting, so I bet another exorbitant amount. And then what do you do that succeeds?
Okay. Hang on. Let me just reread the penalty thing real quick. So I got 6. That's below.
You just won. You hit 9.
Because I get 2, right? I scored 2 points. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Successfully based opponent equally over the top response, and they lash out in such a way that they cannot help. Okay, yeah, just catching up on what this thing is supposed to be happening here. Yeah. I forgot that I got 2 points, so I was just like, I just need to get 8, and then I'm like, oh dang.
Nice.
Okay, so
you have to do something really disrespectful.
Okay, sorry, and re-describe what you just did again.
So I'm just playing poker, and so after the draw phase, there's a second betting phase, right? And so I raise. So I'm telling you that I have a really good hand, right? And I'm challenging you to play poker against me.
Okay, I want to maybe break the rules of poker here.
Yeah,
and you're challenging me, and I'll say, let's stop this game, and I will show you my hand, and whatever it is beats your hand, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you're beaten on that front. And I'll be like, stop running away from what your responsibilities. You have only 2 options here, Gwenny. You either come home and you straighten up, which, let's be honest, isn't going to happen. Or you give away everything in the money and you can keep your life full of debauchery. Or I will pummel it out of you.
And I think, because this is also hitting the 8 draw weapon.
So I think that's when I say the pummel out, I get the whip out and
you flick it
to the side.
Okay. And I think I in one motion pull out and fire my revolver at you. It's like, I can think of a third option. Bam, right?
Yeah.
And then you
spin.
block it.
Yeah.
And just because I need this to happen, it reflects the blaster bolt back towards me like lightsabers do. And then my shoulder pauldrons go boop, boop, and personal shield activates, and it pings off and hits Harold.
Oh, Harold, you're leaking even more now. We need Bartholomew right away.
I haven't had this much fun in a night out in 30 years.
Oh, Harold. Okay. And then I would I think a good standoff potentially here, and you can add to it if you want, is once that happens to shing, boom, 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 bing. I take the whip and I wrap it around your gun hand, and now it's a test of, can I pull it out of the way? Because now I don't have like the ability to block it, but can you fire? Because there's so much pressure on your hand.
Yeah.
That makes sense,
Okay. I
right?
like that.
Like, and maybe the physics doesn't actually work like that, but this is the game and we're having fun.
Yeah.
And it's to create a narrative, a compelling story. So here we go. So it's like this. And
okay.
Yeah.
And that, I think that's kind of like, let me just check the rules on the resolution, because
I think that's
it, because this would go into the fight.
Yeah, and we stop it. We can talk about how we think the fight might go.
Yeah.
From there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is exactly it. So this is where we would go into like basically just a wrestling match from here, I think, where like you should win. You should get what you want out of this whole situation. Yeah. But I think, that ends on the like, my hand is wrapped around the revolver and I can't. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Whitfield sisters.
Oh, cut away to the newsreel about it.
Yeah. Oh, dang. That was fun. I liked it.
Fun. Okay, so these are my thoughts of this as a game. One, I think this is well designed for what it is supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be a very specific type of scene. I think that this feels more like structured improv, like improv with a little scaffolding with some extra structure.
Yeah.
Than it does a straight up like TTRPG. But this is something that you're only supposed to play it for like an hour. And so there's some complaints, right, in the like TTRPG design space that when things feel too much like improv prompts.
Yeah.
Right. And this, I think, is touching on that. But I think you get away from that, or like that part can be okay, where it's like if you use this as like a mini game inside of your regular campaign.
Yeah.
Right. That might actually be how if I'm thinking it with my GM brain, that's how I would probably like, I would love to play this with my improv friends. Right. But if I'm thinking about like my TTRPG group, this would actually be really fun, I think, to pull out as a mini game.
Yeah.
And to kind of like explain the rules on the fly as the GM, and have like two players. What a great way to like resolve a conflict or like build some tension between players. I think that's like my preferred use. I think that's how I would like to use these mechanics the most. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I mean, actually, in my head, the way, and I feel like my brain does this a lot with so many like even one shot TTRPGs that are for specific scenes, you know, like this. It is like I have the start of a beautiful story that like could be fleshed out. We could have a whole, like there could be a whole narrative about the Whitfield family and Christina and Gwendolyn like fighting it out, and that could either be the climax or it could be just the start of like a bigger journey for the sisters, potentially. But I love everything can change. And you're like figuring out like what do you want to do, and even though that is still like the priority, because they're like prioritize narrative, you know, and what your character would do rather than like what you think. Maybe like in rock paper scissors you're like, oh, I think they're gonna hit this because of this or whatever, which I found myself fighting against. I was like, no wait, what would Christina do? I was like, okay, I thought she was more of a feinty character to like bait. And so that's why I was doing a lot of feints, and I was like, dang it, she's thrusted a lot.
That's the thing. I was thinking like, I bet Gwen is like a very aggressive, very like gonna make that first move. But I felt a lot of like, I do like this. So my favorite thing with a TTRPG, right, is when the mechanics make the scene or the game, right, feel like its genre. And this definitely felt like that genre, right? It felt like this like duel. and in a way that I really enjoyed. And for me, it felt like I was able to like make choices, right? There were times like when I didn't thrust because I had just lost, and so I'd lost my confidence, you know? And so like that was pretty fun. I do like in the character creation, I like the how do we build characters that have a specific relationship to each other?
Yeah, I felt like that was really good because that helped us figure out, like, we didn't necessarily put it into words so much during our little play, but it helped us figure out where the characters were and what they were going to do. And,
yes.
you know,
Yeah.
So I felt like that was really good.
Yeah, I liked that. So I like, I'm not sure. So like when we played Apothecario, right? Like that's a game I would play again any day of the week. That was super fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would play this again. There's circumstances where I would, but I would use it
as part of a larger game, because also you can skip a lot of the character creation stuff because you might already have that in a bigger TTRPG game.
I would use some of those character creation tools if I was trying to build a character for another game that I wanted to have like a specific relationship, like a specific antagonistic relationship with another PC.
Yeah. Whether that would lead to a duel or not. Because like, as you've been saying that, I'm thinking like that's the door's open if a player is like, well, there's like somebody from my past that I'm looking for or whatever. And you can be like, great, this is going to be duel scenario, but they didn't give me, that's all they gave me.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to maybe like take what we know about their character and get like those opposite or, you know, traits that this game provides to kind of build that in. So
yeah, definitely.
I like it. I mean, I would probably put this in a main like game as a scenario if it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna like have this intense duel lead up to the duel or whatever. But also I do think like it's a good writing creation tool that you could do by yourself if you're a writer, honestly.
Definitely.
Like you can be like, I want to see how this would go, and then that can give you a story. It may help if you have a friend to play off of, but
this would be hard to truly do solo. But there's a lot in this that I like. Just as a standalone, for me, it leans a little too much to the structured improv scene.
Yes, I feel like you have to know a lot of improv, honestly, to be, I don't know, to have fun at it, because you might be like, I don't, even like us, and it was like, oh, I guess we start and bam, here's our first, you know, attack or whatever, and I was like,
so like the GM,
what do I say?
I think actually if you had a GM in this, to describe the setting, to set up, and so then that like to be Harold and Janet, so then that the two players can just do their duel and then have those like extra descriptions of like the world is what's going on. Like the mechanics don't need a GM, but like it can benefit from that narration, just because when we're in TTRPGs, we're more used to the like narration and NPC reaction. That's the GM's job. And so maybe that was a little harder for me to like, I was more in a player brain than I was in a GM brain.
I mean, you know,
listen, it was fun. It's good. I'm not like, it isn't a bad game, you know. I'm just thinking of like realistically how I would really use it. But that was
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was very fun. So loved everything. I also just noticed we got an email response from Jess.
Oh, hi, Jess.
They said they probably wouldn't be able to catch the stream, but they have another game that is going crowdfunding right now. If anybody wants to check out, so just a shout out for Going Rogue. For people to check out, and I Have the High Ground is included as a Kickstarter exclusive.
Oh, that's awesome. So, as soon as we're done here, I will add that to the description.
And they put a link in the email that you can check out. So
perfect. So I'll add that to the description. So especially if you're watching the VOD, check out that Kickstarter. We're actually like there's another game of Jess's that we're really into that we have a behind the scenes plan working on. Because Jess wrote The Machine.
I did not know that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that, I was like, oh my gosh, you're talking about the machine. I feel so stupid. I was just like, this is a good game. Okay.
Yeah. So we really like a lot of Jess's work.
Yeah.
We have a whole, it's going to be like a year and a half before anything comes of it, but we have like a whole thing with the machine we're trying to pull off.
That's the way productions go, you know. Yeah, you're planning it. You're airing last year's, you're filming for next year. Like, so, but yeah. Hope everybody enjoyed.
Yeah. Sorry we went a little late, but I'm glad we got to kind of do all of this in one.
Yeah.
We will be back here next month, second Sunday of July. I don't know what game we're going to be playing. We haven't decided that yet, but we'll pick a new one.
Or if you have suggestions for us, you can drop them in the comments as well. So
comment, give us some engagement, drop them in the comments. We read all the comments.
Every single one.
And we'll see you guys next week, 8 p.m. Central in chat for episode 1 of Pride and Extreme Prejudice. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. In stream.